Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Maya Angelou, the American poet, had quoted, quote, "Talent is like electricity. We don't understand electricity, we use it," unquote. We are going to deliberate on a budding talent of Indian football, Konsam Chinglensana Singh. He is the young and the prodigious centre-back of Indian Football Club. He is currently playing in the Hyderabad FC. He has current market value of rupees 80 lakh. At one time, his market value was more than rupees 1 crore. In this video, we are going to learn about his early struggle, his life and his achievement. So hang around and enjoy the video. Before we go on any further, please like, share and comment on the video. It is your like, share and the comment on the video that gives me the motivation to produce more of such video. If you haven't subscribed the channel, please click this subscribe button. Chinglensana or Sana Singh, as he was popularly referred to by his near and dear one, was born on November 1996. He was born and brought up in Churachampur district of Manipur. He had a very normal and a happy childhood. His parents used to encourage him to study. He, on the other hand, preferred to play football even when he was at a very tender age. As a boy, he had decided that he would be a famous football player who will bring laurel to his family and his state. He was inspired by Renedy Singh and the Tombas Singh exploit during the Santosh Trophy. After that tournament, he was determined that he would be a great football player. He was sent to Mumbai when he was very small. His parents' thinking was that it would be better for him to study at Mumbai, as his elder brother was also there. At Mumbai, he used to practice football a lot. Seeing this habit, his brother objected to his playing football. Being a middle-class family, his brother told him to concentrate on his study and play football only as a hobby. His brother's intention was that after studying, Chinglensana may get a job and lead a happy life. His brother only wanted the best for Chinglensana. Chinglensana, being the man he was, decided that he would play football professionally. So there was a conflict of interest between Chinglensana and his family. Thus, the struggle of Chinglensana began at this phase of his life. His brother didn't give him the money to go and practice football. However, he had decided he would play football whatever may be so. He sometimes boarded the bus without ticket. After practice, he would often go hungry as he had not enough money to buy eatables and fare at the same time. But still, he would go and practice. He had suffered a lot. Khalil Gibran had quoted, quote, "Out of suffering have emerged the strongest soul. The most massive character are seared with scars," unquote. Maybe it was due to this strife that he emerged a stronger person with an impeccable character. He was aware of the opportunity for him out there in Mumbai. He went for trial selection of Mahindra United under-15 team. He was 13 years old at that time. He was selected and played for the team for about a year. While in the team, he had played the Manchester United Premier Cup even before he was 15 years old. This is a sign of what will come next. In the next year, he joined the Air India under-19 team when he was 14 years old. After playing for 1 year in the club, he underwent the trial selection of Tata Football Academy. Like his idol, Renedy, he was selected to undergo training at the Tata Football Academy. As the marvelous poet P.B. Shelley had quoted, quote, "If winter come, can spring be far behind?" unquote. Thus the abundance of spring season had commenced in his life. His family, knowing and understanding his passion for football, started to support him. In the Premier Football Academy, his life was transformed for the better. Earlier, he used to be the midfielder of the football team. The coach altered his position to center defender. After changing his position to center defender, his performance in football improved. In the academy, there were brilliant foreign coaches and the facilities in the academy was of exceptional quality. The cadets were trained very hard. Sometimes there were 2 training sessions during the day. At other times, there were 3 training sessions. Chinglensana soaked up everything like a sponge, the training that were being imparted to them. They were equipped to be the best footballer both mentally and physically in the academy. Chinglensana led a very disciplined life. He followed the adage, early to bed, early to rise, makes a man healthy, wealthy and wise. Before joining Tata Football Academy, his body was not that strong. However, due to discipline in his eating habit and lifestyle, there at the academy, he transformed into a 6 feet 1 inches tall with a great body. He said to be successful, you need to be disciplined, hardworking, and be hungry for more. And the disciplined and the hungry he was. The cadets were taken to the United Kingdom, where they were trained for 1 month. They were taken to Sweden. All this resulted in the improvement of his football skill. Singh also went on exposure to Sheffield, England, where he played for Sheffield United under-18 side. In the academy, he took part in the top football tournament of India. They were the champions of the under-19 I-League football tournament in 2013-14. Not only this, they were runner-up in the Fulbani Cup football tournament 2013-14, All India football tournament Lucknow 2013-14. Chinglensana had been the captain of the academy football team. What an awe-inspiring event of his life. All this resulted in the upgradation of his football skill. He was there for 3.5 years. He was supposed to stay there for 4 years, but as there were a lot of professional football contracts for him, he wanted to play professional football, so he left Tata Football Academy early. Chinglensana's first professional contract was with the Shillong Lajong team in 2015. He stayed in the football club for 2 years. He made his professional debut for the side on 10 January 2016 in the club's opening match of the season against Mumbai. He played the full match as Shillong Lajong drew 0-0. While playing against the giant Mohun Bagan, he has scored a goal. The match was ended in 1-1 draw. During this time, the team had won Shillong Premier League, Badausa Cup Assam Champion, and the Meghalaya Invitation Football Tournament. In the I-League, the team was at the 9th position, ahead of Dempo Sporting Club and the Bharat FC. He was taken as a loan from Shillong to Delhi Dynamos in 2016. Under coach Gianluca Zambrotta, Sana featured in a total of 12 games for the Dynamo, playing the majority of the time in his preferred position as centre back. Sana was picked by FC Goa in the Indian Super League draft, where he featured for the team 10 times and also played the semi-final against Chennai FC. The club was a winner of the ISL season and the Indian Super Cup 2018-19. Sana had played a prominent part in the club being the champion. On 5th September 2020, he had signed a 2-year contract with the Hyderabad FC. On July 24, 2016, it was announced that Sana had been called for an All-India National Team preparatory camp along with his Shillong Lajong teammate Isaac. Sana made it to the 20-man India's national team squad to play an unofficial friendly with Bhutan on August 13. Sana featured in the game against Bhutan, coming on as a 47-minute substitute for Dhanpal Ganesh. Till now, he had appeared in 32 matches in I-League, 27 matches in the Indian Super League, 3 matches in the Federation Cup, and 2 matches in the Hero Super Cup. Still, he is very young and have a very bright future. Let's wish him all the best for the future. With that note, let me shorten the video. Thank you everyone for watching this video till the end.